Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Still wishing us a very wonderful, happy new month. My name is Ezawani Esther Hechi Marina. I'm from Umuahia North, local government area of Abia State. I live and reside here in Lagos State. My name is Sioku. Okay, I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please try as much as possible and do that. The name is Esther Hechi Marina. It will help you to go through lists of almost all my videos. All my live video teachings are there for any kind of issues that you are having that need answers that you're not getting as you desire. Money is yoku. All right, let's go straight to the point. This is not the teaching I wanted to do today, but be that as it may, this one came urgent, and I decided to do this first. The other side of changes, or the good and the bad side of changes, depends on your own understanding and how you see it. Money is yoku. Now, I'm going to be talking about the other side or the good side of changes, okay? In every area of our lives. Now, I'm going to start with changes from people who sells spiritual materials or spiritual items, and those who are spiritual people who are on their spiritual journey, just like me. Money is yoku. Now, from when I started, a pack or a packet of candle was being sold for 150 naira. I live and reside here in Lagos, so for those who are not in Nigeria, so I don't know how much it is in your area or how to recalculate the money in your own currency, but it was being sold for 150 naira. A stick of candle was being sold for 50 naira. But right now, in some areas, a packet of candle is being sold for 1,500. Some areas is 2,000, while some areas is 2,500. Depends the area you live. Money is yoku. And as time goes on, just few years back, I remember I always go to spiritual shops, both the native ones and the candle and incense and the rest of them. I could go to a shop and spend close to 180 to 200,000 in buying spiritual materials that I used to work for the person or the particular person that pays for it. All right. But recently, so let me use the case study of this year. Recently, I don't go to buy spiritual materials anymore. Okay. Not because I am not working, not because people are not working, because I make my spiritual soap, spiritual candles. Yes, most of the bottled or glass cup candles, I make them here at Illumina Discovery Temple Centers. Okay, so I make them in quantity. I can make them in different up to, like I make soap up to 2,000 pieces. After packaging it, it will be up to 2,000 pieces or thereabout, and still have leftover. So I buy spiritual materials in bulk. Now, for some time, these women have been calling me different places. I was just laughing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I went to the river recently on a Friday, and you know that every Friday, mostly weekend, people, the amount of people at the river side or the stream side or the bar beach or the beach is also so much that if you don't go early before you get to your time, because I like people to finish what they are doing before I will go in. I'm not always in a hurry when I go to the river or the stream or beach, because this is my temple. This is where I belong. I don't rush to do things and go out. I could spend 4 to 5 hours there. Sometimes I spend all day. This is where I feel much more comfortable. Now, when I got there that Friday, I didn't go early because I timed the particular time that people won't be there so much. But when I got there, not between mid-morning, okay, till around 6 I left. People who came to the water there wasn't up to 5. And I heard these men complaining because the people who are at the water side today will not be there tomorrow, because they are the people that help to make that place clean, to make sure people don't put things they have no right putting inside. All right, I heard them complaining. These old men, old enough to be my father, as they were complaining, me, I don't like putting my mouth in where it doesn't concern me. So as they were talking, I was compelled to talk to this particular man. I said, sir, what is going on? He began to explain to me that people no longer comes to the water. That mostly they don't even see money to go home with. These are people who have families, who have children in the school. Okay. Now I begin to tell them about social media. I told them, which is what I'm going to tell you now, because a lot of people have been praying for God's intervention. And you are praying to make it. Other people are praying also to make it. Those who are selling caskets are praying for somebody to die so that they can eat. The doctors are praying for people to fall sick so that they can get clients, so that they can eat. So everyone is praying for God's intervention. So I told them that about social media, especially about TikTok. I told them that the people, the young people, the young mariners, the young native doctors, okay, that we have now, have exposed our work. Okay, all you need have is data. If you have data, you have an Android phone, a smartphone, you don't need to go learn how to make hair. You don't need to go learn how to make beads. You don't need to go to learn how to make clothes. You don't need to go learn how to bake cake or cook. There are people who teach those things on social media. All you need to have is what? Data. These girls, these young people will teach you what you can do with not up to 2,000 naira, and things becomes okay for you. And I begin to tell them about the coconut water I taught people on social media. I said, okay, I don't know the area people live, but coconuts, one coconut, you can buy 500, 700, or 1,000, depending on the size and where you live. And you can buy Onola, smallest one is should be 400, okay? The medium size is 1,800, 1,500, or 2,000, depends on your area. And they just mix the coconut water and use it as perfume or as body spray to attract good things. Now, all the person have is their phone, data, and they don't spend close to 2,000 naira. They don't spend both transport, they don't spend up to 2,000 naira, and they have their spiritual materials. Things are so hard that people barely eat 3 square meal right now. And we are charging them money for work, which majority of them cannot afford. So why should they come to water? Because they will pay. Why should they come to water? Because they will give the people that are doing the spiritual works for them money. So it doesn't benefit them. So all they need is scroll through any social media platform, and they get exactly what they are looking for. And as we begin to talk, this old man said, when next you are coming, let me know. I need to get pen and paper so that I'll write some things, because I begin to teach them a lot of things. I said, I don't need to come to the water because I wasn't paid money to come to the water, because for some time now, for close to 2 months now, I've been doing saraka. People have been sending money for me to do saraka, to cook and give to people, share to the less privileged. So I don't need to go to the water. Everything I need, I got from the market. Okay? I cook, and I went to the less privileged. Some I share raw, some I share cooked, some all manner of biscuits, sweets, soft drinks of all types. Now, this is the same thing I'm selling you, because a lot of you who their sole income depends on selling spiritual materials, or their sole income or their sole purpose are based only on doing spiritual work. My question here is that, how are you upgrading your craft? How are you upgrading your sales? How are you upgrading your merchandise? How are you doing the same thing in every area of your life? Okay? You are crying that you're not getting some like I said some time ago. A lot of people who are into the same journey that I am come and ask me, how do you get work? How do those people come to you? How do you do this? How do you do this? People are no longer coming. I don't know what is happening. It's like somebody cast a spell on me. It's like somebody did bad juju, bad mojo on me. What is going on? Now I talk to people based on their own understanding. It's not everybody that comes to you for help, that comes to you for answers, are ready or willing to accept or to believe or to receive the answers. People want to be told what they want to be told. They are not ready for the truth. So when I begin to talk to somebody, I look at the person. If what I see about you is 10%, 100%, I can only tell you one. And that one is based on how you are able to assimilate my words. Because I will be wasting my time talking when you are not listening. Because what I'm saying, you don't understand it. A man came to me sometime he came for consultation. There were three actually. They were talking about something. And what I was shown was what is going to happen to him in the future. I wasn't showed anything about his presence. He just particular about, oh, I'm going to do this. What is it? He said, but ma, what you are telling me is my future. You're not telling me about my presence. I said, because your presence, whatever you're going through right now, what you're going through right now that brought you here is your presence. There was a time it was your presence. And you are meant to go through this thing because this is what is going to happen in your future. He wasn't satisfied. I can't tell you things to make you like me. I can't tell you things to make you happy. I will tell you the truth. Whether the truth makes you happy or sad, that is for you to discern. My name is Yoko. So as I begin to teach these men, I only talk to these men because of how they relate to me. I am not somebody who go about talking to you so that I can hear because I love the sound of my voice. I will tell you the truth. You either take it or you don't. But one thing I assure you is that one day you will find out that I'm telling you the truth. A lot of people will always come back and say, you told me this some time ago. Because I won't lie to you. What are you going to do? What are you going to give me? Change is happening. Every day change is happening. I posted I shared a post some time ago when a man said that the worst thing a man can do is to sleep in the same room, on the same bed with his wife. Some people understand it the way they want to understand it. And I want to assure you that what is happening now has made men less men. Men are so emotional at this time that I don't understand. They leave what they ought to do. They leave what they're supposed to do and begin to chase what they are not supposed to. Sleeping on the same bed with your wife makes most men weak. I said it some time ago, many years ago, that if your pastor is sleeping with his wife on the same bed, call me a liar. Many great men does not do that. It doesn't mean they don't love their wife. There is something about every man, every woman. There is a taboo, there is a day that is holy to that person. There is a day, if that person have a spiritual wife or husband, comes to visit. Okay? Anyway, like I said, people understand my words the way they want to understand it. Peradventure, if I decided tomorrow that I will get married, I'm not going to sleep in the same room with the man. Doesn't matter who he is. He should have his own room, I have mine. The way you people see love is not the way I see love. He will have his room, I will have mine. Because I don't understand. Okay? Anyway, let's not digress from what I'm saying. There is a lot of changes going on. And a lot of people are angry with these young, awakened people. The way they are doing their teaching. They are not hiding it. Just go to TikTok. Before you scroll 2 or 3, you will see somebody who is either a marine or a native doctor. And what these people are teaching are what? Real, right, correct. Instead of you to start beating yourself up, talking about, how what people are practicing now is no longer omenane. It's no longer tradition and culture. What people are practicing now is they are bringing Oyibo, they are bringing Wiccan, they are bringing this into tradition. This is not the way our people do it. This is not the way our ancestors do it. When I see people who talk like that, I see people who doesn't want to grow. But you forgot that your ancestors never met technology. They never met phone. They never met cars. You have to sit down and properly teach yourself, educate yourself on how to grow and move with the change that has been happening, that is happening every day, that it will keep happening. Let me use that word, it will keep getting worse. People don't need to go spend all this kind of money to do spiritual work where somebody is teaching it here on social media, on every social media. So the more these women keep calling me, this one will call, ma, we have not seen you, we have not been seeing you. Because this is a shop I go and spend up to, in one shop, I can go to 4 shops in a day. In one shop, I spend close to 180,000 to 200,000 buying spiritual materials. And some of them, when I begin to teach them, some will call me, I'll just be laughing. Ma, we are not seeing you again, ma. What happened? Yeah, what happened? Have you gotten another customer? I will just go to market to buy some things. You see people selling spiritual materials, giving me number, collecting my numbers. I will just look at them and laugh. How are you incorporating your craft in these changes? Now, let's go to people who sell foodstuffs items. Thank you so much from YouTube Live Education. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for everybody watching me here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also don't forget to turn up your bell notification so that you got to know when I'm live. Okay, like I said, you guys have to pardon me. I'm so busy lately, and it's only me. Oh, the work is so much of me writing handouts and everything. It's not easy. But this is my life. My name is Yoko. Now, let's talk about people who sell foodstuffs. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't call me when I'm live, please. All right. Let's talk about people who sell spiritual... Sorry, somebody is tampering with my phone here. Calling. I don't understand. You'll be watching me live and you are calling me. I don't understand what you expect me to do. After now, I go say I get bad mouth. One of my king, I believe he's a man. He said, you are really the true teacher. You are truly the teacher the world needs. Your work is not for... I don't like this now. All right, let's continue. Okay, you're a lady. Oh, my queen. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to people who are selling foodstuffs. You have smartphone in your hand. All you use it for is to watch what does not concern you, to comment on what doesn't concern you, to do cho. But you don't ask yourself. Network is bothering me on Facebook, but no problem. You don't ask yourself, how do I make use of this phone? What is it for? Is it just to receive call? Is it just to go and view people's life and God, don't want me. Love, when are you going to locate me? All those things. It's good. But don't deviate from the track. Mane is Yoko. If you go through every social media platform, you will see that there are a lot of people selling okra, obono, crayfish, maggi, yam, tomatoes, all kind of seasonings. And they post it here on social media. They tell you that they will bill it to you in any country you are in. Change. I have thought about change before. Change is inevitable. You can't outrun it. You can't outdo it. You can't outgrow it. You can't. Change will always be here. It's not going to go away. But how do you inculcate yourself, your craft, your business, your office, your work into change? What if, I keep telling the ladies, you have to have plan 1 to plan 100. What if I don't get married? What if no man comes? What if I don't get money? What if I don't travel abroad, for those who have this intention and idea of jackpotting out of the country? What if this doesn't happen? You must have another plan. If the second plan doesn't happen, you must have a backup plan. Keep having backup plans. If this doesn't work, the other should work. And yet you just depend on your shop. Depends on how much you're going to make on your shop. Which a lot of people don't have that strength to go to the market. All they need to do is place their order. Everything will be gathered and sent to them. I don't understand. A lot of people, I don't understand. A lot of people, both the Christians and the pagans, are making their gods and goddesses a lie. How can you, the American definition, the American Psychiatric Association, their definition of madness is what? Doing this over and over again and expecting a change. That is madness. That is the definition of madness. This video especially is for those who are like me in this journey, coming, chatting me, coming to me to ask, why is it that I'm not getting work? Why is it that things are no longer working? I remember when I started teaching, before some of you know what teaching, doing live video about spiritual things, materials, or things is all about. Some of people that knows me, some of my friends said, all these things you are teaching for free. Don't you know that people are supposed to pay you for teaching this thing? At that time, I listened to them, I stopped teaching. Yes, I always tell you the truth. I listened to them and I stopped teaching. There is something about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. There is something about prophecy. There is something about vision. When it's being said to you, when it's being shown to you to teach about it, to talk about it, and you don't do it, the message will pass through to someone else who will do it. Because when you are told to do that, someone is in need of that. It could save a life. It should save a life. It is a light to illuminate the path of someone. And because you need somebody to pay you money, and these people you want to pay you money might not be the people that message pertains to. They said, why are you doing this? You are just eating for free. I remember some time ago, a guy chatted me from abroad. He said, you should charge money for these things. Advices, You see this advice. Whether you're old or young, whether you're educated or not, sometimes, if you're not careful, you will listen to it. Don't do this. So this is what, do you know the business strategies and ideas you're teaching on social media? This is what we pay money in the university to learn. You should be charging money. Because I've learned my lesson, I said I wasn't told to collect money. But most times when I teach things here on social media, there are people that my message touch. They said, please, ma, can you send me your account number? This is how I eat. One or two people, the message will touch them, and they're like, please, I just feel compelled. I just feel compelled to send you something. Can you send me your account number? That is it. Because I've seen a lot of people crying. It's no business, is no longer going. This is no longer going. My beer parlor business is not going. My restaurant business is no longer moving. This and this is no longer moving. And I begin to ask them, have you sit down to check the economic situation of this country? Have you checked what is happening around you? Because most of you always believes that someone is against you. Your uncle or your village people is against you. But there are other people doing the same thing that is working perfectly for them. And you begin to look for help where there is no help. Because you have the money to spend. So you want somebody to tell you that your neighbor is the one that is making you not to sell. Thereby you pay your money. When you finish doing the spiritual work, it doesn't work. You hop from here to here. You don't sit down to think. There are a lot of companies. Have you ever wondered why so many companies have what we call what is it called? They have they go for training, they go for workshop. You see somebody posting there's a 3-day workshop for makeup artists. There are 3 days 3 days a workshop for people who are into social media, content creators and the rest of them. Okay, 4 days lecture on bead making. You don't care because those news don't go viral. You don't like it. But when somebody posted that the husband slap him and punch him, the wife will give an uppercut and her buta, you quickly share it. Because you have conditioned your mind. You have compressed and conditioned your mind to a certain level. You hate to think. And because you hate to think and analyze things, you rather go to a spiritualist that will analyze it and turn it around to look as if it's a spiritual issue and you are happy. Because that is the only thing you people like to hear. This is my business. Where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Where do I see myself in the next 10 years? Do I need more shop? Do I expand? A lot of people who are in the journey of awakening that learned it from social media 2-3 years. I said I've done this video before. I've done this video of this thing I want to talk about. 2-3 years, they're no longer getting clients because there is something about the spiritual realm. Like I said, spiritual realm is an unforgiving realm. They know why you become awoke. Some na hunger awake some people. Some na pain, shame and ridicule. Some no husband. Some family issue make them to become awake. And because they are not rooted, they start. You know something about social media and some of our African people. Once you post your eyes and one, you are a marine or native doctor. People go rush you. They go rush you. 2-3 years, give or take. You don't longer see them. You don't even ask yourself questions. You don't see them because a new person have posted something on social media and they rush to that person. And you begin to, maybe you and somebody have little hiccups, little bege, little basbos. You say that the person carry go native doctor. The person is working against you. I see them for dream. When we begin to think all kind of crazy thoughts, our mind will formulate. We formulate and bring the picture. Something that look like that person. Because as a man or a woman thinketh in his heart, so is he. Your mind is greater than computer. What you feed it is what is going to generate, is what is going to draw. The picture you feed your mind, your spirit, soul, and body, it is going to give you exactly that. And you begin to see, that my sister hates me. Oh, since that woman gave me money, since I went to his house, since I got in contact with this person, my life don't scatter. And your mind begin to formulate and conjure these things to make you feel better. Then you begin to go to where you're not supposed to go, spending the little money you have to chase what? Shadows. I said it some time ago in one of my live teaching. I said, people hate change. Okay? Some men believe, because she's my wife, she have no feeling. My wife was this and that. I don't know why she changed. She started following bad friends. Oh, when I married her, she was nice. She started following bad friends. No, she wasn't following bad friends. She grew. She grew. She's no longer that girl you married. She's a woman, a mother, a thinker. She can see other women. She can see other people. She compares her marriage with others. That is what change does. Change will rough handle you. Open your eyes to show you Shege Dambanza promise. Whether you like it or not. Whether you accept it or not. It is your duty to sit down and begin to articulate. Take your pen and paper and begin to write. How does this change affect me? For good or for bad? Oh, I was managing 2,000 to cook soup. I was managing 5,000 to cook soup. I could manage 10,000 naira every week. But now, I can't even manage 30,000. What is going on? It is change that is going on. And because a lot of men hate changes, they don't understand why their wife, who used to manage 10,000 for a pot of soup or stew, and stew joined together, is now becoming difficult by demanding 30,000 naira. They don't understand it. That is crazy. You see such people, I don't like coming in contact with them because in contact with them because they will infect you. When you begin to sit with such people and begin to listen to them, you will become like them. They call it what's or they call it gold. Deep collect to the deep. Likes attract likes. Things are getting difficult. It's going to get more difficult. And that is change. You can call it difficulties. You can call it change. You can call it anything. It will happen. There's nothing anybody can do about it. But the only thing you can do about it is to do what? Reposition yourself. Reposition your mindset. Reposition your business. Reposition your ideal man, ideal woman. Reposition your finances. So that you don't go buy you. You cannot go get BP, die before your time. That is change. What you condone before, you no longer condone it. What you accept before, you no longer accept it. It doesn't mean you don't love your husband or you don't love your wife, or that your wife or your husband doesn't love you, or that your boyfriend or fiancé doesn't love you. Change happens. Sit down and ask yourself some questions. Instead of fighting, instead of antagonizing each other, sit down and ask yourself, do I continue in this relationship? If I am to continue, in what way will I make it better for me and for those around me? Are you a business person? How do I upgrade my business? I am not saying it's wrong for you to have a spiritual mentor. I'm not saying it's wrong for you to have a mentor, a godfather or a godmother. But please, try and listen to reason. Don't go with your emotions. Don't listen. Sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't listen with your emotions. Okay? So sorry. Yeah, pardon me. I get dehydrated. I hope I'm talking to you. I hope you are listening. I hope you are paying attention. Why seeking for spiritual solutions? Spiritual everything. Don't forget, we are in the physical. You can't do one and abandon one. Okay? We are spiritual entities having human experiences. The ball is in your court. Give me a Gigi, Jidemma. Now you gonna know how it go be for you. This is no longer in the era of I love him, he loves me. Because a lot of you ladies go into relationship as a hunger rehabilitation center. Okay? You accept any kind of man because time is, your clock is ticking. And at least I can see for at least you don't need to work. Someone else is providing for you. But look around you. A lot of men are no longer doing that. They're no longer doing that. Even if you decide to lie to yourself and enter, okay, you can manage whatever because it's only you. By the time children start coming, you find out that you can't manage. And men, I don't hate men, no. My father is a man, was a man. I have male children. Men hate changes. You see, the way you present yourself is the way a man takes you. And suddenly you change. To him, something is wrong. Either you are cheating on him or something. Or somebody is advising you out there. So before you lie to yourself into getting into relationships, before you lie to yourself into getting married, don't forget, change will happen to you. I've said this before. That is why I ask you to do what? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it's easy for you to go through some of my videos so that anywhere I lie, please call me out. And you begin to go to the church, begin to go to spiritual people to help you change the mind of your loved one, either husband or wife. Because you believe that with spirituality, their brain can be turned and changed. So please, 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 flow with the change. Go with the change. Stop complaining. Okay? Stop complaining. Go with the change. Flow with the change. Connect yourself with the change. But first, you need to understand the change. Then understand what brought about the change. Then you will begin to see the holes where you can fit yourself in so that you can grow. All right. Okay, I've come to the end of today's teaching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you want to ask some questions or get to know some things. Okay. My phone number, which is also my WhatsApp, is +234 7066514823. Let me repeat it again. +234 7066514823. My name is Yoko. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Okay, I'm going to be logging out from YouTube right now before I log out from Facebook. Thank you so much, kings and queens. I love you. Mwah.